Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something pretty fundamental, industrial lifting.
Yeah, and specifically, we're zooming in on Yale Wire Rope Hoists. We're using info from PEnergy.com to really, get under the hood.
Exactly. So the mission for you listening is to get a solid handle on the different Yale models. What are the benefits? What are the differences?
Right, so you can make informed choices, whether it's about boosting efficiency or maybe improving safety or just handling different kinds of loads. We want to help you figure that out.
And we know you need this info, now without getting buried in technical jargon.
Mm-hmm.
So we've pulled out the key stuff from PEnergy.com. They mix product details with wider industry insights, which is helpful.
Okay, let's dive in. First up, the Yale Y80 series.
Right.
The material positions this as, well, a bit of a game changer, kind of the gold standard for versatile lifting.
Adaptable, sounds like.
Very. It's got this modular design, so it fits lots of different lifting requirements.
And PE Energy highlights, what, 3 specific models from this Y80 line?
That's right. First, there's the Yale Y80 half-ton. 18 feet per minute, 18-foot lift.
Yeah.
This one's flagged as ideal, where you need, real precision, power too, and reliability.
And that modular design you mentioned.
Yeah, that comes up again. Space-saving, adaptable. It helps with safety and performance for the workforce. The specific link, if you need it, is on the PE Energy site.
Got it. So precision and reliability for the half-ton. What about heavier stuff?
Well, then you've got the Yale Y80 3-ton model. Slower speed, 9 feet per minute, but a longer 30-foot lift.
Right, for bigger loads.
Exactly. The focus here is handling those larger loads, but with that same consistency, power, and, crucially, safety.
Okay.
They talk about its resilience. Clockwork precision is the phrase they use.
Mm-hmm.
Sturdy build, innovative design. Seems like the go-to when time and safety are really critical. Again, there's a specific product page for that one, too.
Makes sense. So half-ton for precision, 3-ton for heavier, consistent lifts. Is there something in between?
There is. The Yale Y80 1-ton, also 18 feet per minute, 18-foot lift, like the half-ton.
Ah. This one's presented as like the versatile middle ground, balances being nimble with pretty robust performance.
So sort of the best of both worlds.
In a way, yeah. Efficiency, reliability. And they really stress how it minimizes maintenance hassles and keeps uptime high. You can check that one out on their site as well.
Okay, so looking at the whole Y80 series then, what's the big picture takeaway from PE Energy?
Well, 3 main things, I think. First,
Yeah.
that purpose-built versatility for different loads.
Right.
Second, safety is designed right in. Fail-safe brakes, overload protection, that kind of thing.
Crucial.
Definitely. And third, that modular architecture. It means you can make adjustments pretty quickly without a huge overhaul.
Like building blocks.
Exactly. Customize it for what you need right then.
All right, so the Y80 sound like a really solid, flexible option for many situations. But the deep dive also covers the Yale YK series. That sounds different.
It is. The YK is positioned for, let's say, the serious lifting muscle.
Think heavy-duty operations, maybe turbine rooms, steel yards, places where the lifting is constant and really demanding.
Right, big stuff, nonstop. And they give examples.
They do. They highlight the Yale YK 15-ton model, 13 feet per minute, 20-foot lift.
15 tons, wow.
Yeah. This one's showcased as having, cutting-edge precision and safety for really complex, heavy operations. The link's there if you want the nitty-gritty specs.
And there was another YK model mentioned, too.
Uh-huh. The Yale YK 7.5-ton. This one has a faster speed, 25 feet per minute, and a really long lift, 93 feet.
93 feet, that's huge.
It really emphasizes the heavyweight capacity and suitability for, very large industrial spaces.
Yeah.
Again, specific link available for that one.
So summing up the YK series, what are the defining characteristics PE Energy points out?
It really boils down to heavy-duty engineering, built for 247 reliability in tough spots.
Makes sense.
They also mention a compact design, which is maybe a bit surprising for the capacity.
Yeah, you'd expect something massive.
Right. And low maintenance, which is huge in continuous ops. Plus, no-nonsense controls, suggesting they're straightforward and safe to operate, especially when the stakes are high.
So it really drives home that picking the right hoist isn't just about, can it lift X tons? There's more to it.
Oh, absolutely. The sources really hammer this point. Downtime in heavy industry is incredibly costly.
Right. It hits your reputation, safety records, production schedules, everything.
Exactly. And this is where PE Energy seems to frame Yale hoists not just as equipment, but as a strategic tool.
A tool to multiply uptime, safeguard your teams, and even drive profitability. It's looking beyond the spec sheet.
Yeah. And it's interesting how PE Energy positions themselves here, not just selling boxes, but acting as a sort of trusted partner for Yale stuff,
Right, they mentioned wholesale pricing. Sure, that's important. But also having deep inventory.
which is a practical point. Nothing worse than needing a hoist and facing a long back order.
Definitely. They specifically call out having models like the Y80 1-ton, 3-ton, and that big YK 15-ton ready to go.
And it's not just about having the gear. They talk up their expertise, too.
How so?
Having specialists, real industrial know-how, people who can give technical advice, help you solve problems. That's valuable when things get complicated.
No kidding. And they also cover documentation and compliance. That can be a real headache.
Yeah, they specifically mention providing things like the Yale Y80 operating manual. They even give a direct link for it.
Oh, handy.
Super handy. Having that stuff easily accessible is vital for compliance, for training, just smooths things out.
So if you zoom out, PE Energy is focusing on tangible results for your operations, right?
Totally. It's about fewer headaches, less downtime, which, leads directly to more product out the door, better margins.
It connects the dots between the equipment and the bottom line.
Precisely. And that safety angle, they frame it as a slam dunk for safety.
Yep.
Those advanced brakes, the overload protection, they're not just features. They're key for passing safety audits and keeping people safe.
And that modularity we talked about with the Y80, that's a cost benefit too.
Seems like it. Being able to adapt lift heights, capacities without needing a whole new expensive system, that's smart asset management.
That makes sense.
And finally, that verified compliance piece. Having the documentation ready to go, that just removes another potential bottleneck.
Okay, so for you listening, the main message from PE Energy is pretty clear. Choosing their wholesale Yale hoists is presented as a smart, strategic move.
Yeah, a way to level up your operations. And they remind us of those specific models we discussed. Maybe worth repeating those links quickly.
Good idea. The Yale Y80 half-ton. You can find that on their site.
Then the Y80 1-ton, also on the PE Energy site.
And the Y80 3-ton, same place.
And for the heavy hitters, the YK 15-ton.
Link available on p-energy.com.
And the YK 7.5-ton with that long lift.
Also listed there. Basically, head to their Yale brand page.
Right. And the invitation seems pretty open. Bring your project specs, your challenges, talk to their experts. The main Yale page on their site is the place to start.
So wrapping up this deep dive, it seems clear that really understanding the details, the nuances between these Yale hoist models, well, it matters.
It really does. It can significantly impact how efficiently you run, how safe your site is, and, yeah, ultimately, your bottom line.
Which leads us to maybe a final thought for you to chew on.
Go for it.
Think about the specific lifting challenges in your own operations. How could the right equipment, like the kind we've discussed, be more than just a tool?
More than a tool.
Yeah. Could it actually be a strategic asset, something that gives you a real competitive edge? What could these capabilities transform for you?